Hey YouTube, it's TTB. I'm back. I just finished my 3-month retighten. My third retighten. See, difference in my roots. Show you before so you can see the grid wasn't even really visible, but now you can see it a little bit more from direct on. This is kind of video serving two purposes. Okay, so like I said, there really isn't a lot to tell you about my locks because they're still settling in and they're not going to look much different for a while. And you know, I still have some loose ends. But the main thing I want to talk about in this update is trust your gut. Okay, so if you think there's something wrong with how your locks are being maintained, or you have any issues or any doubts about the technique, I guess, the technique your loctician is using on your hair, get a second opinion. This is not saying, you know, as soon as you don't like something about your loctician, to go to somebody else and say, oh, I hate this person and she's just doing me wrong, or he's just doing me wrong. This is a sanity check, because if you have any doubts or any questions and they're not being resolved by who you're seeing, it is okay to go check with someone else, which is what I did because I had some concerns, and I'm glad I did because there were some issues. One, I noticed that I had a few locks. I mean, like, when I say a few, I mean not just one or two, like a whole row of locks in the back that felt too big to me. And I thought, okay, you know, I know they're going to swell, and I didn't want small locks. I wanted a medium, but as far as close as I am to the beginning of my process, I didn't think they should be that big. And that was something that I mentioned to my original loctician, and she said, oh no, everything is fine. Okay. Then I was noticing, like when I was going in for my retights, that she wasn't being as careful as I would have liked. And there was a couple that while she was doing the retights that she actually combined to, not totally combined, but you know, had grabbed a couple hairs from its neighbor. And so they were kind of connected when they shouldn't have been. And, you know, talked about that, did a little bit better, but I was still seeing a couple of it the next time I went in. And then I also had some questions about my grid, because I actually went through and counted my locks. And you know, with Sisterlocks, you have a minimum of 400 locks. And when I counted, I came up with 380. And part of that is that there are a few, aside from that whole row, that are too big, that are actually too large, and that the correct grid pattern was not followed. So when I went for my retighten today, I went to a different consultant that I had talked to when I was first initially considering getting them done. And I just had her check and look through my hair and had her do my retightening. So now we're on a plan to get me back on track. Now, to be clear, the locks themselves, they look fine. They looked good from a distance. It wasn't until you actually got into my scalp and saw what was going on that you really noticed that, hey, there's some things going on here that shouldn't be. So you live and you learn. But now I'm happy to report that I am getting on track, and I'm looking forward to continuing this journey. So just the moral of the story is listen to your gut and don't be afraid to get a second opinion or ask questions. You're not going to hurt anybody's feelings. And if you do, too bad for them, because it's your head and you want to make sure you're getting what you want and what you're paying for. So that's all I'll say on that. All right. And it's always good to get someone else who can see your head, not just go by feel. Like somebody just to look, even if it's not another loctician, you can get, you know, your brother, your sister, your mom, your dad, whoever, boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever it is, just to look to see if they see anything, because you're feeling something that shouldn't be there. Okay. So the journey continues, and I'll be back with more updates as we go along in the correction process. Until next time, thanks for watching.